Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now, in this video, I'm going to discuss the filming location and time frame for Scream 7. And I'm going to pose the question of whether or not we will finally get a snowy setting for a Scream film. Now, I've mentioned many times how unlimited your choices are with a snowy setting and the things that you can do in that environment. But we also need to consider all the possibilities and scenarios that could be in play with this film, no matter the date range or the location that they've selected to shoot at. So grab your Ghostface costume and don't forget your jacket. It's time to go up north and prepare for Scream 7. Let's go!
It's David Arquette, Dewey from the Scream movies, as you know. Remember, there's only one rule to surviving a horror movie, and that's subscribing to Craving Something Scary.
So here we are, guys. I'm going to pull this up again. This is from Production Weekly publication, which is, again, the trade publication for the film industry. And so this is extremely reliable. Like, this is, if you see it here, it's you can lock it in pretty much. All right, so here we go. We see this again. I talked about it earlier. I did a video on this, I think yesterday in a live stream. But we got Scream 7 feature film. Now, I've circled in yellow the two things that I think are the most important for this video. Starting at the top, we see the status of this film is Q1 2024. That means they're going to film in the first quarter of next year. So we're talking, fifth film in January, February, March, into April. And then location of the shoot is Montreal. So we are back in Montreal again, the same location that Scream 6 was filmed at. So this tells us, first of all, that there's a good chance we'll be back in the New York City setting. I think that's the first thing. If they're going to return to Montreal, it's logical to think that what they're also going to do is revamp it again to make it New York City, get the same set designs they had for 6, so it looks identical to what we saw there. And in which case, if that's true, I think there's a real good chance. My good friend for the channel, Michelle Laliberte, who's the production designer of Scream 6, she's been on the channel twice now. I think there's a real good chance that she'll be hired back to do the production design for Scream 7, which would be absolutely fantastic. We'll be able to get a lot of exclusives from her here I can bring you on the channel. And that also means it's a very good chance they'll have a lot of that same crew. For example, I could see them bringing back Max the Ferrier to play Ghostface, which I really want him back as Ghostface. And also Matthew Coder, who was the other Ghostface in 6. There were basically 2 of them. And Matthew Coder did a lot of the work in the shrine in the final act, is when you see him in the costume. Whereas you see Max a lot in the other scenes. But that's beside the point. But the reason I bring it up is that's the first thing that jumps out to me. We're probably going to have most of the same crew back to film 7. Now, of course, with Christopher Landon, a new director, he could bring in his own people. No doubt about that. So if Radio Silence was back, I would say it would be locked in. So we do have to remember that Christopher may have other folks he's worked with in the past. He's got a long resume of work and a lot of people he's worked with. So it may not be the same people. I'm pulling for it, though. I do. I'm telling you right now, I want the same folks back. I do, the crew. And I want the same Ghostfaces back, Max and Matthew. But we'll see. But the key here, Q1, Montreal. Well, I was talking with my good buddy Chris over at Discover Montreal. He's got a great channel. He's been on the channel multiple times. We were chatting about it, and he says, I will tell you this. If they are filming in Montreal in the first quarter, there is going to be snow. He said it is dead of winter in Montreal. So it will absolutely be snow everywhere outside. Now, here's the question that comes into play now. How much of this movie will they film outdoors versus being inside the sound stages of Mel Studio where they shot a lot of Scream 6? That's the question. Will this predominantly be shot indoors in sound stages replicating locations? Or are they going to literally go out into the elements of the weather and give us shots of Ghostface in the snow? I have wanted this for so long. You guys, if you've been here on the channel for a while, you already know. I have talked about a snow setting. It's my preferred environment. I want to see that black robe and that white mask going against the snow, contrasting with the snow. I want to see the blood on the blood red colors shining all over and glistening on the snow. I think it's so cool. It would be a lot of fun. It would be a first for Scream. We've never had a Scream film that's been in the wintertime where there's snow. That would be something brand new. So Christopher Landon could bring, his stamp to this with a new setting, something different. And I just think the potential's amazing. You could do a situation where, they're in New York City, or what about this? They decide, they start in New York. They decide they want to go on vacation. The core four decides to go, and considering they all come back, of course, and they go visit, a cottage out in, out in the rural area out there, and stuff starts happening. I mean, there's all types of ways to do that. But or you could even do it where they go on vacation to a ski resort, and there they could have a set built, or they could find a location, and they're snowed in. They can't leave. And now you have that classic murder mystery Agatha Christie one location locked in a box setting that's been done so well. And it would really bring back that murder mystery element that I want to see so bad return. So that would be really cool. And then the potential's there. A lot of ways you could do it. It's early, of course, and we have a new director. So I'm telling you guys, there's so much in the air right now that's up in the air. But I will tell you this is a really positive thing. We've got Q1, Montreal, and I'm very excited to see this. Of course, the strikes have to end before they can film. But, the speculation now is the strikes will probably last maybe to the end of the year, maybe early January. They'll wrap up. Then Spyglass will hit the green light, pedal to the metal, full speed ahead to get Scream 6 out. And if this movie is completed in April, and if you look at the bottom, I have it circled, wrap up is April 19th. That's the latest they want to go. Working title of the movie is Blackbird. Okay, so if this movie wraps filming by April 19th, if we follow the pattern of the previous two releases, guess what? We have our very first Scream film released in October for Halloween season. Wow, that would be awesome. I think it's fantastic. It would be great for the box office. We wouldn't be going up against Halloween and everything else. It would be a much better time to do it. Saw X, of course, that's this year. But if there's a follow-up to Saw X, I doubt it will be coming out in October. It will probably be later than that. So my thought is, this is an awesome plan. I love it. Getting a Scream film in October would be fantastic. Getting it in the snow is even better. And so the potential is there. All right, guys. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention. I'm going to leave it there for now. Lots more to say, lots more videos to make, more live streams, discussion, all that good stuff. Don't worry. But for now, I want to know, what do you think about the possibility of having Scream 7 in a snowy scenario? What do you think about that? Do you like the idea or not? And what scenario would you do? Would you keep him in New York? Would you put him in the country? Or would you put him in a resort or something else altogether? I would like you to leave your thoughts and ideas and your theories in the comments section below right now so that I can read those and we can discuss them together. Well, guys, that's going to be it for this video. But again, I'll be back soon with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.